Hello guys, so I just saw Gacha Gamer's video. He put up a video about ZZZ is making drastic changes. Now let's see what are these drastic changes, because I don't think there's gonna be any drastic changes, maybe minor changes, minor improvements. I'm playing ZZZ, so I'm really curious what's gonna say.
Right now, you can see me walking around the city with Miyabi, which wasn't possible before version 1.4. So yeah, we can use our favorite agents in the city now instead of being stuck with the main character. And the thing is, that's just a drop in the bucket compared to all the changes that are included with the 1.4 version. And in this video, I want to talk
what changes can there be? What actual changes? Minor quality of life, maybe something, some performance shit. What does he say that's massive? What's drastic? This word that he's using, massive, keeps you want to keep the video going.
about these changes, share my thoughts about them, and of course, I'll also showcase Miyabi and Harumasa, the two new S-rank agents. Finally, I'll give my updated verdict on the state of the game because I've been reviewing ZZZ since the first closed beta test. Now, keep in mind, I am on
The state of the game, very good. I like ZZZ. It's a good game, it's a good gacha game. It's for casual, you can do some harder content. It doesn't take you the whole day. The story is good, performance is good. Characters are nice, they are hot, they have good animations. It's a good state of the game, I like it.
Meteor server, so content shown here is subject to change, and also this video is sponsored by Hoyoverse, but they're completely fine with me just doing my own thing, and I really appreciate their support for that. Okay, let's dive into the most major change in my opinion. So before 1.4, character...
So this character that you see here is the new character that will be launching tomorrow as of 18th of December. So she's gonna be fine, I'm gonna pull for her, she's nice, she's hot, she's whatever, I hope she's strong.
Okay, let's dive into the most major change in my opinion. So before 1.4, characters share their ultimate through the decibel system, meaning only one of them can activate their ultimate and then you have to rebuild it again. However, now everyone has their ultimates tracked separately. The off-field character's progress of the
Nah, they made it for each one. Now this is gonna be so much better. He said, right, these are drastic changes.
Ultimate is right here, and I can easily trigger now all three characters' ultimates one by one. Now, personally, the limitation of one ultimate kinda grew on me, since the majority of characters just deal a lot of damage with it. Not much unique stuff would happen. However, it definitely felt bad when playing with supports such as Lucy or Rina. Their ultimates could actually recover energy, but usually in most meta teams, you still wanted to trigger attacker's ultimate for best damage potential. So it's great to see the agents feel more individual, and you can now choose to unleash all of their ultimates if needed. And for example, Miyabi's ultimate actually does more than just big damage. Like, it will gain charges for her passive ability, and even improve her ice damage for 12 seconds. Still, I only spent a bit of time testing things out, but it does seem like the agents can gain decibels when off-field, but the speed of which their ultimates are being charged off-field is pretty slow, and they will need to spend some time on the field to actually charge it up. What does this mean for the current team lineups? I have no idea. I didn't dig too deep so far, but it's probably gonna shake up some team comps and rotations. Oh, and yeah, I tested it out, and it seems like the cutscenes of ultimates will freeze the timer in challenges like Shiyu Defense. But yeah, pretty huge revision to the combat system, and I like it overall. Now, this next change is not completely new, but new additions have been made. So if you played previous versions, the developers did remove portions of TV mode from main story, but from what I understand, a lot of the story mode encounters, especially the TV mode stages, have been optimized further. So now, in some stages you can deploy your trusty Bang Boo to jump around, do some challenges and collect stuff, and if you do actually want to play in the TV mode, there's even a toggle you can enable to
Nobody's gonna play the TV mode. Only masochists play the TV mode. TV was bad. That's why they removed it. And you should keep it that way.
experience the vanilla way. But overall, it's interesting to see TV mode getting phased out slowly from story mode. I think the developers have been really listening to the community, and even small changes like reducing requirements for account level to progress the story will feel impactful for newbies who just want to keep on playing. And speaking of story, since each chapter focuses around one of the factions or organizations, it's been pretty interesting to see the world through different agent perspectives. And I don't want to spoil the story too much, but from what I can tell, especially what was teased during the livestream, there's going to be a huge story moment in this new version when several of the factions will join their forces to identify the mastermind who's been pulling the strings so far. So I'm pretty excited to see this. But while waiting for the big plot twist, Hoyo also made sure you can have some quality time with your agents, since now they can actually join you to walk around together in the city, do some stuff, and so on. Pretty nice feature for extra immersion. But yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to the biggest changes. There's tons more smaller ones that I didn't cover, but now I want to focus on the characters, and actually even talk about the banners, because now instead of just lasting
Okay, guys, so if those were the changes, okay, it's fine, right? So it's some improvement. Now, these two banners, Asaba Harumasa will be free. I don't see any point in pulling for him because you're gonna get him. Hoshi Miyabi, now this is a mouse pull. I think she's a mouse pull. I think she's great. I saved a little bit. So, and her banner is okay with Sukaku.
the 3 usual weeks, both Miyabi and Harumasa will last for the entirety of 1.4 update, which is pretty insane since Honkai Star Rail and Genshin never had such a long banner period. But
so it's gonna be like 42 days. Now I'm guaranteed to get Miyabi. Now, before I wasn't guaranteed, but now I'm guaranteed. Miyabi is cool. Oh my god, this is great, guys. What the fuck?
I think this is great since and make more polls. I mean, perfect timing for Miyabi players, right? In fact, let's talk about this super hyped unit. Anyone who participated in the first CBT had been hyping her up ever since. And now that I got to play with her on the media server, yeah, she's pretty broken and has some of the coolest abilities in the game. Basically, there's a couple of mechanics you need to be aware of. For example, she can obtain Fallen Frost points from various ways, like using her ultimate or EX special, or even when somebody else triggers Disorder from the team. And then by holding down her attack, she slices the enemies into pieces with this insanely gorgeous move. On top of that, her core passive is a huge wall of text, but in a nutshell, she can apply a new type of anomaly called Frostburn that has its own attribute anomaly build-up gauge, and it can interact with other attributes. That's a really basic explanation, but check out the damage she's doing. I think Frostburn can speak for itself this way. Oh, and I'm also using the new drive disc set called Branch and Blade.
Oh, they created a new disc. 2-piece crit damage when anomaly master exceeds or equals crit. Oh, this is great. It's good.
Which works perfectly on Miyabi, and I know I'll be farming it on my global account for sure. Now, as for the team comps, I've been running her with Yanagi and Sokaku. They work insanely well together, it's pretty easy to pull off powerful combos with these three, and from what I understand, Miyabi works great with another anomaly unit, so someone like Piper can also be a nice free-to-play option instead of Yanagi. And it just so happens, both Piper and Sokaku are going to be the featured A-rank agents on Miyabi's banner, so yet again, Miyabi and Joris just keep on winning. However, probably the biggest winner of this update is the fact that everyone will receive Harumasa for free, even though he has his own banner, and I tested him out. Honestly, he has a really cool playstyle. I love bow characters, and you can even do aim shots at enemies. It's really simplified and auto-aim enabled, but it's legit crazy to see a bow character work so well. He even has this cool mechanic where he can deploy these electro quivers, and then by using his aim shot, you can explode them and mark enemies, which you can then follow up with this cross-slash attack to deal big damage. I mean, for a free S-rank.
He looks great, by the way, guys. Now, tell me those animations are cool. Miyabi's animation, Harumasa's animation, top. This game is just winning. I think this is one of the best gacha games, right? With Honkai Star Rail, with... It's better than Genshin. I think it's better than Genshin. Maybe not like Star Rail, but I think it's on the same thing.
Agent, the dude can achieve some great potential. Overall, I feel like ZZZ feels almost like a new game, with so many new major changes introduced in 1.4 update. It's kind of funny how most of the...
Yeah, it's just a great game. I think you should play it right now if you didn't.